People are freaks. People get tattooed for all kinds of different reasons.
It's empowering to people. It just makes you look better. It changes your image.
Gets the stigma with them, and the whole, bad person thing.
There's some sort of a spiritual connection.
They want to express the loss of a loved one.
Customize your body.
I see it as a fashion accessory, really.
I just think they're cool.
People are really getting in touch with themselves when they get a tattoo.
I mean, it's a very conscious decision to alter your appearance forever.
It's a pretty powerful thing.
I think it was quite intimidating years ago to go into a tattoo place.
Back in the days, it used to be sailors and gangsters and stuff like that.
We're not tattooing gangsters and we're not tattooing bikers.
We've got customers that come in that are lawyers and nurses and
Soccer moms and doctors and
Footballers, see your idols having them, your actresses.
Nowadays, it's everybody.
becoming a little more mainstream now because, TV shows has helped out the tattooing industry a lot.
It's on TV, it's socially acceptable to a certain degree.
After that Miami Ink came out, for about a good year, we're doing nothing but koi fish. I'm a third generation tattoo artist. My name is Bob Shaw. I've been tattooing 19 years. My grandfather tattooed, my dad tattooed, I tattooed. We got ink in our blood.
There's a big difference between a tattooist and a tattoo artist.
Good tattoos are the tattoos that I do. And bad tattoos are the tattoos other people do.
The tattoo artist, I think that's really important.
I bring them into this world by communicating with them.
I'm brutally honest with people, and some people love me for it, some people hate me for it.
Kind of like being a psychologist, we sit here and we hear all kinds of stuff.
Can we reschedule?
I'm 6 months away from 40, so maybe it's a midlife crisis, I don't know. You work it out.
You're an artist, plus you gotta hear everybody. You gotta give therapy to people, kind of.
Everything is, got a story behind it. Rock star status.
Rock star, you are a rock star.
When you first start tattooing, you think you're a rock star.
It's not really a job, it's a lifestyle.
No matter where you're at, I could be at Six Flags, everybody wants to talk to the tattoo guy, you know what I mean? So it is kind of rock starish.
We do get in some places for free and get free drinks every once in a while.
Everybody goes through that rock star mentality.
Everybody thinks it's the whole rock star status, and it's so fun. And sit here for 14 hours a day, 6, 7 days a week. It'll wear on you. Pain is all in your head.
All tattoos are going to hurt. Some areas are going to be a lot more sensitive than others.
That's a good spot right there.
Most people don't have the mindset.
Agony. It's hurt, it's sore.
The little girls usually do better than the ball players.
We have a higher threshold of pain.
I think it's the way they feel. I think they feel good when you get them.
Some people cry, some people act like you're beating them to death.
Is it tickle?
It's crazy, all the different reactions.
It's a pain that's almost enjoyable. I don't know if there's endorphins like right now.
I'm a nice guy.
It's actually kind of addicting. You get one, you want more.
It's an addicting fix. It's a good addiction.
I'm not sure why I feel the need to get more tattoos after this, but it's a feeling.
After you've gotten your first tattoo, it's like a crack addiction or a heroin addiction.
On my card, it says, "Welcome to your new addiction." It's true.
A lot of people find their tattoos a pleasurable experience due to the chemical reaction that comes along with it. So a lot of people get hooked on that as well, kind of like a drug.
Just like in typical addict fashion, just don't have enough.
Most rewarding part would be the look on someone's face when they check it out for the first time in the mirror.
It's a big payoff, just being able to change somebody's life in a short time that you're going to see them. Feel different now?
I do.
Feel stronger?
It's nice to have to know that someone's going to be walking around with your artwork on their body for the rest of their life.
I get to touch the lives of other people that normally looking the way I do wouldn't give me the time of day.
It's about the only thing that has never gotten old.
Best job in the world. You finish a tattoo, and then they look at it in the mirror, the finished product, and they smile and they laugh, and it's just a good feeling. You can tell they love it.
Where
there's still stolen works of art, hundreds of thousands of works of art, paintings, other objects.
Texan Robert Etzel made his fortunes in the oil business. Now, he's in the business of telling people about the greatest art heist in the history of the world.
Rather than trying to preach to them or educate, let me just tell you an incredible story.
The story starts in World War II, as Hitler and his henchmen looted the great museums of the world.
This painting would be worth $100 million today, if a dollar.
This is only one, though.
Just one. There were tens of thousands, and not just paintings, drawings, sculpture.
And Torahs, church bells, furniture, all systematically stolen. French curators at the Louvre tried to outrun the Germans.
The Mona Lisa moved on 6 separate occasions during the war to try and keep them out of the hands of Hitler and the Nazis.
Leonardo da Vinci's Last Supper couldn't be moved, so it was sandbagged and boarded up to protect it from the bombing. Hitler also pilfered the priceless private collections of families like the Rothschilds and wealthy Jews who were sent to concentration camps.
This is album number 6.
This was Hitler's hit list.
And this would have been the 457th item stolen from the Rothschilds, a painting by Nattier. Item number 437 by a painter named Largillier. These are French painters. Hitler would have had his hands all over this thing.
It was like his mail-order shopping catalog. He carefully selected each piece from around the world for his Führer Museum.
Hitler was on the march to undertake the greatest plunder and destruction in the history of civilization.
But an unlikely hero like Harry Ettlinger was part of a secret task force set up by General Dwight D. Eisenhower during the war to search, save, and return all of it.
We returned 5 million items.
They were called the Monuments Men. He is one of the last surviving members. This is a picture of a 19-year-old Ettlinger, a U.S. Army soldier on the right, who discovered a salt mine where the Nazis stashed millions of pieces of art. He's holding a Rembrandt.
The self-portrait of Rembrandt.
Rows and rows of art and treasure were meticulously packed, stacked, and hidden in salt mines, cathedrals, and castles. But as the Nazis realized they were going to lose the war, Hitler gave the order to destroy all of the art.
We found tables with big glass jars, nitroglycerin.
But Harry and the Monuments Men got there first, saving some of the greatest artworks of Western civilization.
Makes me feel very proud of having done a good deed for the rest of humanity.
But the hunt is not over. Hundreds of thousands of works of art are still missing.
Probably the most important painting that's missing is this painting by Raphael, Portrait of a Gentleman.
Its original frame sits empty in a Krakow, Poland museum, waiting for its return.
It's an incredibly heroic, wonderful story about America and Americans that most Americans don't know. The scope of it was really a massive, untold story about World War II.
Across the nation, Americans rallied as they got the news. U.S. forces killed Osama bin Laden in a firefight in Pakistan, ending one battle in the war on terror.
There's nothing we can't do.
Now, the most wanted man in the world is gone. Newspaper headlines express the feelings of many Americans. Today became a day of celebration in North Texas and around the country.
Justice has been done.
My city of ruins, my city of ruins.
Sometimes it feels like yesterday, and for some people, the disaster isn't over. This weekend marks 5 years since the flooding, the destruction, and the devastation of Hurricane Katrina.
Tell me, how do I begin again? My city's in ruins.
He's accused of kidnapping a woman and torturing her for nearly 2 weeks. Prosecutors say she's not Jeffrey Maxwell's first victim, but are fighting to make sure she is his last. And today, Maxwell went before a judge for the first time.